my goodness. Oh, didn't turn my camera back on. This is going swimmingly so far. That's okay, no one's here. Cool. All right, so that works. Hi. Yeah, okay. So, just like riding a bike. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, hi. Yes. I really should not have given him a brand new ball that has a squeaker in it right before I decided to do this. I'm really hoping that he will um, have it all de-squeakified shortly. Okay. All right. So that works. Let's go over. Oh, I should have named these something better. Give me a second while I fix my Stream Deck. This is just so much fun. Okay. Computer number 2, computer number 1. Nope, that did that. All right, so let's fix these titles. So we'll just call this title. This one is intro. This one is just chatting. Okay, well that's really big. Okay. There we go, that's better. This one is presenting, which is still too big, but whatever. And this one is, they're calling it gameplay. Cool. So to get things up and going on OBS, I discovered that there's the Elgato Marketplace. Okay, let's go on to just chatting, and we'll see if that works. So there's the stop it. Okay, I'll throw. So on the Elgato Marketplace, there is now like a plugin for OBS, and people can put up like all different kinds of scenes and everything that they just easily get copied in. So I thought that was really cool, and I'm just trying it out because I have to redo all of mine anyway. But I thought it would get me like streaming. Hi, yes, okay. So he knows that the squeaking annoys me, and he will squeak it until I throw. But that's why it's called Corgis Code, because there's yeah, a corgi here, and he's very demanding. And I'm wearing my Lost Boys hat from Tokyo Disney Sea Fantasy Spring. Stop! Because it kind of looks like a corgi. It's a fox. It's got a tail, you can see. Oh, for a minute I was checking my mic. Okay, so this should display the chat. So let's see how that looks. Hello, all. So, that's not really working. I wonder if it's because it's coming in from the bottom. I didn't. Okay, so that's fine. So we've got, let's see, 2 built-in ways of presenting. So we got this presentation title. I think that's more made for if like we're doing slides. And then we got like the gameplay, which is here. I don't know if I like the location, but they like put in all the transitions, so that's like pretty cool. Like, look at that. Well, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, it's working. So what can you say? Let's go to this one. Okay, let's see. Can I move? I want to move this stuff, but I don't want to like completely break it. So let's do that real quick. Okay, so I'm going to click that. I'm going to click this. Oh, wait. Is it command click? Oh my gosh. This is a Windows machine over here. Okay. Cool. And so now we should be able to move this as a... Oh my gosh, there's something else. Oh. Hit the command key, not the Windows key. Well, I'm not thrilled with that, but moving it will move a lot of other stuff as well. Okay. We just had a walk. We just got back from our walk in the park. You should be tired, because we do like a mile. Okay, so let's just deal with this for right now, and if you can't see things, I'll try to move the screen around. Cool. Yeah. All right, what do we got? We got this, we got that. I need to lock all these things because... There we go. Whenever I see myself, I see all these like red lines, and I don't like that. Okay, so like, for the time being... Oh, gotta move my... Okay, switch back over to this mic. I'm gonna get me a real KV switch, I think. Maybe. Ooh, look at that. I mean, it's probably a little small. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. Cool. So what I've been working on, kind of in my free time, working with Expo, working with Cloudflare Stack, doing a lot of things in Hono. I've been writing some blog posts for OSO, which is authorization as a service, and I've been using Hono on the back end just to kind of build out the different APIs that I've been using them to do authentication with. So using Expo to do, I told my friend who's getting married at the very beginning of August that I would create a photo booth app for him for his wedding, because that's what his fiance wanted. And I was like, oh yeah, I can make that, and it's something I've always wanted to make. So I'm finally kind of pulling the trigger on it, and I got it kind of working in concept. It's ugly. It's, I'm not a designer, but there's this thing. What did Google just put out? And hopefully it has not fallen off my thing. It's like Stitch. Oh, Stitch. Here we go. Let me pull that out and pull it over here. Cool. So Stitch is some kind of AI where you can have it come up with like a prototype, and so I was kind of playing around here. So I wasn't really happy with it, but I just said, make me an app that is a mobile photo booth for events. And that was probably not the best description, but it came back with some things, and so like I think I can click up here, and so it's like, yeah, here's some different things, and it's not any worse looking than what I did, but I mean, I think it's a good start, and then you can sit there and you can talk to it. I'm getting better at talking to AI. I mean, I was talking to myself anyway, so. But like they have like capture the moment, getting started, selecting an event, the photo booth, the event photos, sharing them, and then settings. So like it does kind of give you like a nice start. And then I was like, in this app, you can create multiple photo booths that might be attached to events. So we probably want them to select a photo booth rather than an event. And so it updated the event selection to be a photo booth selection, except it still says select event. So we're getting there over time. But what I'm working on today is not any of the UI, but it's more of the back end. So I started doing this using Clerk, which has been really easy. But the thing is, like, I'm using I'm using things in the Cloudflare stack already, one of them being durable objects. And for me to use the durable objects, I have to like upgrade it to like the $5 a month plan anyway. And then, there's Clerk on top of that, which is, I think, to fully activate it, it's like $25 a month. And I'm cheap. but also I've been playing with BetterAuth. And I was like, well, I already have like this Hono backend service, and I'm already using I'm using R2 to store the photos. I'm using durable objects to handle local syncing. So whenever making this application, I wanted it to be local first because I live in New York. I ride on the subway, and I hate when I'm like doing something and then like we go like between stations, and then the phone's like, "You don't have any service. I don't know what to do." It shouldn't be like that. Um, I think things are getting better, but I don't want to start it not local first. That doesn't seem right. Um, and I know that like for most of the stuff you're gonna need internet. Um, but I don't know, like what if they're in the mountains and they don't have access to the internet? There's not Wi-Fi. There's not a hotspot. I don't know. I don't know anything about this space actually. So I'm just kind of building it like that, and we'll see how it goes. But I started this, oh man, like back in February, and then I got busy and I put it to the side, and now like we're like 2 months away, so I should probably come back to it. Again, like it does take pictures and it does like save them up to the cloud and everything. I think the syncing could be a little better. I still got to kind of work that out with like syncing the photos. It's like what am I going to store locally, and then what it's going to be like offloaded onto the cloud, because I want people to be able to like later go to it and see like a gallery, right? And so all the photos are going to be in R2, yada yada yada. Huh. So that was a lot. But let's go to. We're not going to play with Stitch right now. So I think every time I pull a tab out from whatever this is, Arc, I never know if it's like still over there. So I'm going to put that back. Cool. All right, now we got like an empty thing here, which is fine. So where is my? There we go. Uh, so I have. Well, let me just go to the repo so we can kind of talk about it. So GitHub Adrian, and this is a private repo. Sorry, I don't know if I should like show this to everyone because, I could possibly, well, I mean, I am going to be publishing it to the App Store because that's just how that works. But like, if I want to try to like monetize it later, it's like, should I give everybody the code? I don't know how that is. So right now it's a private repo. Sorry about it. What is it called? It is called BYO. Oh, good. So it's bring your own photo experience right now. One thing that's great about using AI for coding is not for it doing all the things I know how to do, but all the things I don't care to do. And so I have some pretty nice like readmes now in my repos because I'm like, help me update the README to include this, to include that. And a lot of the projects that I work on are like for demos or sample code or something like that. So I want people to be able to easily be able to like clone the repo and get it up and running easily. So I focus on the documentation. But I'm using Bun, so I've also started using Bun a lot. Because I have different workspaces. So inside here I have 3 packages. So I have the client, and this is the Expo app. I have the server. This is the Hono app that runs on Cloudflare. And then I have shared, which kind of has information that kind of both of them use. And that has a lot to do with like the syncing. So there's source, lib, this thing with the schemas, and again, I'm using Tinybase for handling the sync. Let's see, and then the actual schemas, so that kind of define the table schemas. And this all like the start for this all came from coding with Beto. So he started by creating a local first kind of distributed shopping list app, and that's kind of how I learned how to use Tinybase. It's how I got really interested in durable objects. And I'm waiting for Tinybase to come up with an updated adapter that uses the uh, new SQL integrations in durable objects. Because right now, like this, well, I guess it's in beta. Like the SQLite implementation is in beta, but right now it's a key value store. And so like Tinybase stores things on the device in SQLite, and then it does some like funky translations to store everything into the key value store in Cloudflare. Maybe they'll come up with it. They just came out with like a V6. So I also need to like update it to that, not because I need anything in there, but I think that this update will come out and I'll probably have to have V6. So yeah, so what I'm going to be working on today is in the server. Um, and so like I have, these three tabs. And so like this is kind of my overall tab, where I can like, I don't know if I run bun install and everything. So basically if I update the share one, I have to like run bun install at the top level. So that way everything sees the changes. And then I have the client, which is where I will run the Expo app. Gosh, I haven't run this in so long. Let's see what happens. So here we go. Oh, okay. I also like updated it to Expo 53, but didn't do anything afterwards. And because it's using the camera, like I can't do a lot in the simulator, which seems weird. It's like make the emulator use, I don't know, one of these. I have like two cameras pointing at me right now. So let's see what it looks like if I open it. I can move this over a little bit. Yep, definitely going to create something so I'm not in the way, or something where it's at least easy to like move this piece. Is it opening it? It says it's opening. Opening an iOS. Okay, maybe I just need to be patient. Also, I think my iOS stuff has updated or not updated. The development build has not been made. Okay, well, like I said, it's been a while. Cool, thank you. Can we just quit? Okay, stopped. Let's see. How do I do the build? Well, because I'm also using whatever the Expo service is, and it's been nice. Create a development build. So I'm building on EAS. That's what I'm using. So that it's like, do they still have? It's like Bunx, Expo. Okay. Let's see. Build on EAS. So platform profile development. I think that's it, because I've done this once before. Build the native app iOS simulator. Build the native app iOS device. Those look like the same commands to me. And I don't have EAS installed because I just updated the node environment. This is winning here. Okay, so build on EAS. Or I think I have to. Do I have to do? Maybe I have to do Bunx. Bunx. No. Bun. Oh. I bet that's it. Okay. So now. How about that? No. says it was installed. Oh, I'm using node-m, so sometimes I have to do a rehash. Okay. No. Yes. Okay, let's go back. Let's do this. Node-env global. Is it 22.13.1? It was just like a minor release, so. It looks like you're using a custom does not extend metro config. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's just abort. Okay, we don't need to build it. It's fine. I was going to show it to you, but I'm going to have to look. That's, I think, part of the fact that I was like, let's just update the Expo version and not read any other part of the blog post. Cool. So back here in the server, this is Hono, and I'm going to go here and let's start up code dot, and then we'll see how many things that it wants to update, because it's been forever. Hello. Let's make that big. Let's go zoom. All right. Cool. Yeah, sure. Restart those extensions. So. Oh no, I have all of this stuff that I was doing, and I don't remember what it was. It's the back end. Oh, this is stuff I was doing on the front end. So that's the fun thing, like whenever it's all in the same repo, it's like everything's everywhere. You are much bigger than you need to be. Okay. So we got a lot of things. Oh, this R2 sync. That's something that I was like looking into for like the routes. So this is, okay, server, R2 sync. Photo booth image provider. Oh yeah, I was going down a path here with trying to figure out how to do like the photo syncing, because my thought was whenever photos are being taken, like save them to a temporary folder. So I learned that there's like temporary folders for applications, so you can save it in there, and then once it's connected to the internet, it will sync that up. And so I was trying to go through, you know what? Oh my gosh. Let's just go ahead and restart that to update. So I was trying to build that out, and I think what I might do is put all this into its own branch and come back to it. So let's see here. What are you? Oh. What's your problem? Started listening for log file changes. Why? Oh, okay. I also started using Biome because I saw people doing it, and I thought, why not? Why not me? Oh, the days of overanalyzing are over. I just do things that I see, and I think they look cool. So let's see, git status. There's all of this fun stuff. Package client server. Okay, let's do git checkout branch, and we'll call this photo sync. Okay, and then I'm just going to git add dot, and this is going to be initial attempt. There we go. Cool. And then I'm going to go back to main. So get checkout main. And then there's probably like a lot of things. Did it actually restart my code? Are you hiding over here somewhere, window? Let's see. Somewhere. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm not used to it like adding the thing back up. So, yeah, see, it's mad because it's like that doesn't exist. I'm just gonna close all these. What a wild. Oh, so this is remix theme. I need to redo my profiles too. Okay, this is something with my setup that I haven't figured out, and it has to do with the fact that I have my big widescreen monitor, and it's actually split in two, and one side is the streaming machine that I have. It's running Windows, and the other side is another screen for the screen that you're seeing here. But then there's also like a third screen, which is the video capture device, and I have that mirrored with the laptop screen, because that's what I want to come into OBS. But I've seemed to have lost my ability to do like the 4-finger swipe gesture, and I know I've like harped about this before. Yeah. Cool. So we're back to main. I'm going to again make a new branch, and this is going to get checkout B, and this is going to be use better off. All right, and so now we should be ready for that. Oh, that's the bun version. Okay. So let's first, I'm gonna do. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go over to here because. So am I not using bun? Like I'm using bun at the top, but. Maybe I am. Maybe it's just Starship is confused because like the bun file that it looks for is actually one up. So it has to do bun outdated. Okay. See, there's a new version of Zod Validator. New versions of Hono. See, there's that new version of TinyBase, the 620. Not ready to move that yet. New version of Zod. And actually, these Cloudflare worker types, I need to fix that because we don't need those anymore because I can do the type generation from Wrangler. But for now, it's probably fine. I'm going to just update these. Atticus has given up on the ball, which, you know, I'm not mad about. Bun outdated. And I'm pretty sure this Zod validator going to .7 is adding the ability to use Zod 4.0, and I haven't used that yet, so I'm just going to leave that alone. Okay, so there's all of that. I have, okay, let's get rid of that, and let me find, so there is someone, so I've done this, but I did it in kind of a different way. It's for one of my demos that I'm doing for Oso. But I like the way they did it, and I'm going to look more at this one. So Better Cloud. Here it is. Let me move this over here. Yep. Okay, so this is Better Cloud. This is a full stack starter kit built for Cloudflare workers. So it's using Drizzle, Cloudflare D1, and it's using KV, but I'm not going to use that part of it. But basically what's going to happen is the auth, right now it's in Clerk, so it's stored up in their thing, but I'm going to use a D1 database to store the user information. You might be asking, where's the information for the different users' photos and stuff? Well, that's where I'm using DOs, durable objects. So like every user gets their own durable object that has like their own database that gets synced, and so it's kind of interesting. So I'm gonna kind of like copy things from here to get this up and running, because what I need to do is first I need to build the backend, so the part that goes inside Hono and serves the different routes that are going to be used, and then I need to update the front end to use the Better Auth components instead of the Clerk components, and then I'll be connecting, to the server that I already have. So Clerk was great when I didn't know about this other thing, because I didn't want to build my own auth. I didn't want to build my own auth, but now we have Better Auth, and it can be deployed in so many different places. So we're going to use that. Cool. So let's get started. So first I'm going to need to create the database, and that is done inside of here. So we've got this D1 databases section. And I have been doing everything locally. You can do so many things locally. Like, I'm not paying for my durable objects yet because I'm not actually sending things to the server. I'm just running the server locally, and Wrangler is simulating everything. So it's actually been pretty nice, because it also simulates for R2 and and the D1 databases. So let's put this in here. I probably copied too much. Stop. So let's go look at my. Of course, I changed it. I was like, oh, I'm seeing a lot of new stuff for Cloudflare using .json for the Wrangler, and I'm used to all of the .toml stuff. So we'll see. Do we have any? I just need to put these bindings as, so like here's my R2 buckets, and it's my snapshot buckets, my durable objects. So I have booth durable objects and user durable objects. So this one holds information about the user. So a lot of like their it holds the information about the durable the booth objects that they have access to. It's weird. But it works. So let's do migration. That goes with that. You know what? Let's go. I'm gonna go above here, and I'm just gonna paste this in, and then I'm going to. Whoa. And I'm gonna comment it out. So we need D1 databases. Okay. Well, thank you, AI. And then, oh, cool. Yeah, we'll do that. And migration dir, cool. So I think it just like read from the thing, and it was like, you want it like this. Cool. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. And then we'll go through and fix this. Binding DB, that's usually what we have. The database name, we are going to kind of follow what we've done for the R2 buckets. So it's going to be BYO photo X DB. Actually, let's go down. And I'm going to leave this alone because I don't have it created. Hey, Aaron. How's it going? I'm using these like scenes from the Elgato marketplace because I wanted to get up and going really fast with my OBS. But it's got like, oh, and there's something with the chat not working, but that's fine. And then, oh, look at that. And that was all just built out of the box. But I'm not, I realize like I'm over top of, at least you can see what I'm typing. So like I'm not a fan of it, but you know, we'll get there. Okay, yeah, and I'm gonna, I have that twice. So that's fine. So we have our database. Let's see, we're working inside of the server. Source. So server. So this is going to be server source. It's backwards. Server source. And then inside here, we've got our, so we're going to have a new folder, DB. And then inside there, we're going to have a new folder, and it's going to be called migrations. And part of this is all kind of what's set up with presentation title. Yeah, it's great. I'm probably going to still like build my little website that I bring in using browser extensions to do the different things, but that takes time. And I barely have time to do, I don't know, anything. There's lots of things I should be doing. Okay, so that's fine. We're going to worry about the database ID when I have it, because that's basically the ID of the database that's created in Cloudflare, so that's that connection there. But since I'm going to be testing everything locally, I'm not worried about it. Just like, you know, there's no IDs down here. Body doubling? Oh, nice. Yeah, get to work. Do your thing. You have that talk and it needs to be ready because I'm going to review it and I'm going to be so judgmental. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so Wrangler knows about that. So let's work on getting the database part set up. So we are going to need the drizzle stuff. Actually, it might just help to, betterauth.com. That's what we like to hear. Yeah, because I'm known for. Oh yeah, no, that's how you're supposed to use Tailwind, swearing at it. So getting started. So installation. So bun add better auth. We do need the package. Cool. Yeah, do it inside here. Bun add better auth. Great. And see, we already have the .env, but actually, I think it's going to be. I don't even know if I have. Yeah, we're gonna have chips in our. I saw a post and somebody was talking about how like UIs are going to evolve to basically just be a text box or like a button that you can speak to, because buttons and inputs and all of these things that we spent so much time like building, like these user experiences, like we're now in like the era of AI where like we can just tell it what we want, right? Like we can speak to it. Like we're going to be, aboard the Starship Enterprise, and we're going to say, computer, do this, and it's going to do it. I'm not going to have to sit there and like type in, all the different instructions. And so like UX is just going to be, a pretty button, maybe. I don't know. Even that, like if there's a camera, it might be like, you're looking at me, I should listen. Or it could always be listening. This is why I don't have an Alexa. Yeah. So, Wrangler configuration. So, yeah. So when you're working with Cloudflare, you should be using the .dev.vars. And I don't know if I am. This has been a long learning journey. So like you'll see me doing things in like many different ways. So what do we got here? Was it honestly, some of these AI code editors now can take screenshots and fix bugs in formatting. Oh, so I've installed AMP, but it's so different than what I'm used to that I stopped reading it and went back to watching Bleach. Uh, like I'm used to, this guy over here that may or may not load. Yeah, and then it's like, what's this? No, I don't want Gradle. And then I just talk to it. But yeah. Okay, so I believe that's done. So over here, do I have a .env? Where are my secrets? Do I seriously not? Wait, what? No, maybe I haven't had to have any secrets. I think that's it. I'm trying to think of all the things that it did, and it does right now. And yeah, no, there's no secrets involved. So I'm gonna put everything into .dev.vars. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So we're gonna need this and this. We're not using those things for right now. Wait. I was complaining about this earlier, but like normally I can like four-finger swipe back and forth. But I think it has something to do with like the number of monitor displays that are on this that make it not work. So I have to like up, over, and select it. So we need that. So the coolest thing, and I think everyone, if you're working on documentation sites, this is the coolest thing. In their documentation, they're like, your secret key, a random value used for the library, blah 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 blah. And for the longest time, my secret key has always been, now I do change this whenever it goes into like any kind of production, but let's face it, I haven't put things into production for a long time. But my secret has always been Purple Monkey Dishwasher. But this is really cool. They're like, this is this is just a random value. You can generate one. Click generate, and then like this is what you copy in. Like this is a random value that they generate for you. Oh, it's gone. And we can just use it. And I don't care if you see it. It's fine. Like I said, it otherwise it'd be Purple Monkey Dishwasher and people would know it anyway. And you just, boom. There it is. We got a secret value in there that's not Purple Monkey Dishwasher. All right. So we did that. So you create a better auth instance. So this is where probably my current project is not great. So it says like in a lib folder or a utils folder. And we can actually look at the one that I have created. Actually, let's not look at that one. I want to do it this way. So it's like source server db Oh yeah, he did his things a little different, but that's fine. We can work around that. So lib, yeah, okay, lib and then auth. So we will be doing that. Um, cool. Let's get these folders set up. Do source. And then we need a lib folder. Lib. And then we need an auth.ts. And I could probably have AI do all this, but there's just something, I think there's something zen about setting up these things. And I do it until I get really confident in it, and then I create myself like a little template, and it'd be like, here's, the Hono template that I use, because I have to create lots and lots of these types of apps, and I don't want to have to rewrite this part over and over again. Cool. And then I don't know how much of this I want to use. This is something that I really love that he did. Just exporting this type, because that actually makes things very helpful. So we haven't set up any of the drizzle stuff. Let me see what that would be in the installation guide. Okay, so we're just going to do a very simple auth right now, just so we can move past it. So we're importing better auth. Can I just save that? And then, what is wrong with biome? Starting biome. Unable to find biome binary. Unable to find biome binary. Usually it just works. We're probably going to get to a point where that's going to annoy me, because I'm used to it doing things, and it's not. It's like every time I branch, I never know if I'm going to be able to get back to the thing that I was doing. And then the next thing I know, I'm just standing like in between my living room and kitchen going, why am I in this room? And which room was I supposed to be going to? It does help whenever I'm working downstairs, because like there's not much else down here. And like there's my bed over there, but I don't use that during the day. Okay, cool. So the integrations, database, drizzle. I just want to make sure I'm installing all the right things. We can't do the schema generation because of weird Cloudflare stuff. So in Cloudflare, you like pass the environment variables around in the context. And because of that, like you don't have access to like the original context. It's a thing. It's a thing. Yada 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 yada. So yeah, we gotta. Tell me the things that I need to. Okay. I think I just need to do drizzle. You know what? Let's just look at this. I do talk to myself like when I'm not streaming too, so. And I do that noise too. Apparently that's like an ADHD thing. Who knew? Who? Package. All right. So we need, it's just drizzle ORM. And then drizzle kit. But I don't think we're actually going to use it. Drizzle kit is like the CLI. So let's do bun add boom drizzle ORM. And then we're going to borrow the drizzle.config. Get local. Oh, I don't like the way that's set up. Yeah, because it looks like they're not using like the Wrangler. All right. Well, let's find my thing. GitHub, Adrian, shared travel app. Awesome. And drizzle config. I think this is what we're gonna do. Nope, we do need drizzle kit because that's got our types. And in this house, we use TypeScript. Oh, and apparently Warp has been listening to me, so yeah, bunad. Ooh, but, haha, gotcha. D. I want it to be a dev dependency. Okay, so we did that. Go over here, and we need a new file, drizzle.config.ts. Yeah, awesome. I did remember. Look at me. Nope, but look at me not remember what I had copied. So we're gonna do all that. And we're gonna have to fix these paths, of course. So drizzle config, which is in the wrong place, so that's cool. We're gonna just move that right up here. All right, and so that is inside of source. Oh, cool. Source DB migrations. And so basically what's going to happen is whenever you have Drizzle generate the migrations, it's going to go into that folder. And then the cool thing is it's also going to generate them in the SQLite D1 HTTP dialect, whatever, for the driver. And basically Cloudflare will know how to apply them. So fun. Source DB. Okay, yeah, this is going to be our schemas that we haven't made yet. SQLite. Okay, so I think that's fine. So let's go in, and we need to create those schemas. And by create them, normally you would just have Drizzle generate them because they know what the schemas look like for multiple databases. But there's like again the problem with the generator because of how we have to have. Actually, my .auth is wrong because it needs to be like a .getAuth that you can pass the context to, and then it will be able to generate it. So we'll fix that in a bit. This is the wrong project. Okay, so inside of DB, so I like the way he's doing it. So he does have a schema folder, and then he like breaks it out. And so you have the auth schema. These are all the tables that you're needed to handle all the auth and the sessions and everything. And then for him, this is a guestbook app, and so all the schemas he needs for the guestbook are actually over here. Right now, we don't have anything else that's going to be like kind of centrally located. So all we're worried about are the auth tables. So because again, like as people join, like they get their own sets of databases, which is again interesting. But there might be a time now that we have a D1 database, we might add tables to like track things. It just depends. I don't know. I think so big, like whenever I create it, it's like, oh, how do we do it for like scaled out to 2 million or whatever? And it's like, let's get the one working. This is why I'm not a founder. I need somebody to rein me in. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so let's create the schema and the auth ts file. So database, new folder, schema. Was schema already plural? I think it's because isn't it like Latin? So it's like schemum. I should know this. I took Latin. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't know why that stopped me. On a new medication. Doesn't work as well as the other one, but it's better than nothing. Hold on. Da, 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 da. Confirming my Walmart pickup order. We don't have Walmart in Manhattan, but there's some things that I like from there, so I have my friends grab it for me because they live out where there is one. Anyway, let's download that. And bloop. Okay, so this is our auth schema, and then we need an index.ts so we can tie it all together. Make it easier. Back. What's the utils? Oh, that's that get path thing. So it's like when connecting to local SQLite during seeding and migrations. Ah! Oh, he's clever. He figured out how to like make seeding and migrations work. I'm gonna dig into that further, but not now. Okay, and then yeah, so bringing in the drizzle ORM for D1 and the type definitions. So this is the thing that I was talking about. It's like a initDB, and you're passing it an environment, because that's how you get like the m.db, which whenever it runs, it's actually like the instance of the database from Cloudflare. It's a way that Cloudflare works. So I'm just going to copy this. It's like somewhere. I thought it was in here where it needs that schema, but I think it's actually in the in the better auth thing. That's where we need to pull that schema in. So Drizzle uses that schema to create the migrations. BetterAuth uses that schema to handle all the API calls. So where you put in the different places is what it does. Okay, what's that? Does not on type DB. Okay, I think that's just something for later. Because what we have to do is, and I think it has to do with the fact that I'm using those worker types instead of the generated ones. So basically, worker config d.ts. So do I have, normally in a Cloudflare project, if you look in it, you have a script here called cf type gen. And that might be an old thing, so I'm going to see what his is. So type gen, just Wrangler types. Yeah. Because I think it was fairly recent that they made a change. Wrangler types. So I'm going to take this out. And what it does is it ends up generating this, and that's where the things get added. So like it will add, it will know that I'm using the DB, and so it will add the DB in there with the right type. Fingers crossed. So bun run cf type gen, and there is a problem. So processing wrangler.toml configuration r2 buckets 0 binding should have a string bucket name field, but got binding assets bucket. Okay, so there's probably something that is missing. Again, things change, and it's been a while since I've looked at this, so it does have. Does it want? Okay, so what does it say? Should have a string bucket name field, but got that. So R2 buckets. Oh. So I think I have assets buckets. Is that a real bucket that I'm using, or was that part of the thing that I copied over? Oh, you know what? I think what it is I do have two buckets because I have one for the snapshots, and then the assets is actually for um, like overlays and things like that. So things that are going to be like shared, uh, through everything. So yeah, overlays and things like that. So I think what it's saying is it just doesn't have a bucket name, and I don't know why. Ooh, yay! Thank you, AI. So that I think it was mad at that one. So I am using two different R2 buckets. I should like draw things, or better document them for myself. Okay, cool. So what is it? Oh wait, assets bucket, thumbnail bucket. Um, so now it's mad about this. So we got buckets 0, buckets 1, but that one has a bucket name, right? Bucket name. Oh, I'm got 3 bucket. Where are these buckets coming from? Thumbnails bucket. Did I put that in? All right. I don't remember where I'm using them. Wait, did it just add another one? Hold on. Ah, AI. This is why you gotta watch it. Bucket name. See, look, it's okay. I just pointed at the screen that. So I can use this, but then I gotta delete this one because there's no such thing. I'm like, am I using this anywhere? Where's my config? Yeah, I wonder if the AI just added that, or I forgot to get rid of it, or something. I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna take it out. If I need it, I can put it back in. It's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. Let's go back to Wrangler. I'm gonna take it out. All right. So now there should only be one bucket, and it's got all the stuff that it needs. Beautiful. It's been generated. So now if we go and we look at this file here, we now have our DB database, D1 database. And if we look over in not a problem anymore because we are now typed correctly. Hurrah. Okay, so that's fine. This, I think now we have what we need to go through. And so here in, not that, in here, we can look at our auth types. Auth, it takes a drizzle D1 database and env. Okay, I want to see how I did it. Okay, so in the lib, in the auth, see, I have it sending the entire context. Because maybe I thought that's how, yeah, because c.env.db. But I also have to he's doing something else with like the KV store that I'm not using. So let's take a look at that. So you've got D1 drizzle database, env is env, and env secrets, env trusted origins. So secondary storage. So I will not be using that. Git, set, delete. Okay, cool. So I think I'm gonna. Where is this being used? Oh, DB. So I think I'm gonna do it. Take a look at mine. Context app bindings. Which is coming from types. Let's do it. Let's do it his way, but we'll probably do kind of more you know, whatever. This is great. So that's mine. Better cloud. Let's just take all of this and then I'm gonna, and then I'm gonna kind of rip out the parts that I'm not gonna use for right now. The good thing about like Better Off is it took care of like all the email stuff, and so I would need to use something like resend for the emails. Yeah, because I would like to do, I don't know, some kind of like token or passkey. I'm really into passkeys. I don't know why. Oh my gosh, it's later than I thought it was gonna be. All right, I'm gonna try to start wrapping up, but I'm glad that this all works and I can start doing this again. I'm probably going to find a time on Tuesday, like before, and go for it. Let's see, go back over here. Boop. Yeah. Oh, and I forgot the I, so that made it unhappy. So yeah, we're gonna take out the resend. I'm gonna take out this. And what? What? This is telling me that it didn't move things into worker config. Or because I'm doing it this way now, I have to go into where I start the whole thing. Where's it? Index. Like, where's the server start? I think it's this. Oh, I know what it is. Wait. Yeah. I put dev vars in the wrong place. Move. So now I bet if I go and I do the gen again, hey, look at that. We now have typings for those variables, and it's probably happier. So let's go here. Maybe. But it does. Yeah, I might have to restart type server. There, yeah. So yeah, oh, it's trusted origins. It doesn't have that. I should probably put that in there. That's a good idea. See, yeah, let's just add that. And then I'm gonna have to update that for the port that is being used on the front end. And I think I have that somewhere else. I just haven't like put it in as a variable. So let's add that to my devars. And then because we changed that, we're gonna have to run again. So we get the new type. We're gonna take out the social providers. And oh, good, that did it. We're gonna take out the secondary storage. And what we want to do is I'm going to copy this piece from the one that I did over here. We want to set email and password enabled to true. So we're just going to start off with simple email and password auth. And let's see, am I using any plugins that I need to bring over? You know what? I'm not going to use any of these plugins. That's fine. One of them is for bearer. So like by default, BetterAuth doesn't even allow you to like post from, say, like Postman. I mean, which is probably a good thing, but I did not know this. So I'm just gonna take plugins out. And I'm going to take out this because that seems to have to do with secondary storage. I'll leave that. That's probably fine. Some configuration for the session, and then I'm not using that plugin anymore. And so that's happy. Cool. So we're getting there. We seem to have BetterAuth kind of configured, and the drizzle configured. And then we just need to, we have to like actually set up the routes. You know what, let's do that real quick. I think we can do that. So inside of app, so I think that's where he's running it. So route auth. So we're going to create an auth.index. This is also something that I've noticed people doing, and I like it. Instead of like just a whole bunch of indexes, it's like auth.index. So you actually know, oh, that's the auth index. So like here, I actually don't have an index for the routes. And this is actually in my app, but I will create... I don't know why there's like auth and then auth.index. Are there multiple things in that folder? So routes, auth. Yeah, there's just one. It's probably fine. I'll do it. It's nice for organization. So yeah, so routes. I should probably organize this better, to be honest. New folder. This is going to be auth. And then we do new file, auth.index.ts. And then we'll go in here and take this, because this is basically creating the router. Oh, yeah. I don't have that file, but we're creating a new router that is going to grab our auth. So on this context, we're storing our auth, and then we are returning auth.handler. So there's another piece inside, I think it's inside of create app. Yeah, so in create app, they're using setting up auth cores. So that's handle cores. I just like tapped my mic and it made the mixer really unhappy. And then somewhere it gets created. Somewhere it calls get auth. Maybe that is in. It's not the index route. No, because that's just a sample route. Wait, this is mine. Hold on, I want to look at his. That's why I'm getting all confused. Routes. So he just does the auth stuff in here. Yeah. So this is what actually it does. So we're grabbing the instance of the auth. If it doesn't exist, not found. Otherwise, but if it does exist, we're going to use the handler. So this is what BetterAuth has kind of all built in. So the sign in routes, all of that. But where does I think? Okay. App counter. That's not anything. See, because this is getting it from the context, but at some point it gets put into the context. And I don't remember where that is in this example. User counter. It's not user. Middleware. I think it's auth middleware. So here, it's grabbing the DB, and then it's creating the auth instance. I think I got confused, and yeah, so this is, instead of get auth, it's auth, which is fine. I don't know. I've got some cleanup to do, but hopefully I will have some time to finish up kind of this backend stuff for the auth, and so just making sure that the routes are set up for authorization, and it's going to the D1 database, and then I'll go over to the front end and start replacing the clerk components with the BetterAuth ones. Yeah, so this went a little longer than I thought, but everything seems to be working pretty smoothly. I am going to change the layout a bit. Just back to this. Wow, yeah, that chat does not work. So there's that as well. But hopefully I'll see everyone sometime next week. So like and subscribe. I am trying to grow this channel. So hopefully I'll post some other videos and things on it. But yeah. TTFN. Ta-ta for now. Bye.